matchup in mid-February. The Wayzata Trojans on the road to take on the Hopkins Royals, second of what could be 3 meetings between the teams this season. Hello and welcome to the Hopkins High School Royals Activity Center. John Jacobson along with Hall of Fame coach Brian Cosgrove. Brian, great matchup. Always it seems like when these two teams met. They played in January at Wayzata. Wayzata wins 80-76 that night. Hopkins hasn't lost 6. They've won 6 straight since the loss to Wayzata.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Novak beforehand, and he's really excited about the way they're playing. They're playing good basketball. You know, they're putting a lot of pressure on the guards. This is going to be a great matchup tonight. I look for a really fun evening.
Wayzata 20 wins, 3 losses, 2 losses to Maple Grove, 1 to West Allis, Wisconsin. They've run the table on everybody else. Been to the state championship game an incredible 5 years in a row. All seniors starting 5. You know they have that goal again to get back to state.
No question about it. They're a very good basketball team. I saw them play Minneapolis earlier in the year. They can go inside, outside. They're a wonderful defensive team. They're really well coached. Same token, Coach Novak's going to have the Royals prepared too. This is going to be a great game.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Wayzata. Nolan Anderson, a senior, leading scorer. Terrific year for him, going to the University of Minnesota next year.
Yeah, she can put the ball on the floor. She can shoot the 3. She can post up. Great defender. Rebounds really well. She's just an amazing player. I think she's going to be a Mr. Basketball one day.
And for Hopkins, Jaden Moore wrapping up a great prep career. All-time leader in assists here at Hopkins High School. He'll play next year in North Dakota.
I love the way he dishes the ball. He's a leader. He's a coach on the floor. He's really playing well for the Royals right now. One of my all-time favorite Royals to play the game. I just love the way he plays.
There have been a lot of great players that you've seen over the years.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Should be a good one, as Brian said. We'll tip it off in just a moment. Wayzata Hopkins, top 10 Lake Conference boys basketball, live next on CCX.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com, because connected, we all do better. Federally insured with the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Nearly a full house tonight here at Hopkins. Watch Wayzata and Hopkins, 2 top 10 teams in Class 4A boys basketball. John Jacobson and Brian Cosgrove with you. Cos, not much time left of the regular season. As I mentioned in the pregame, these teams very well could meet in the section tournament, and you want to be playing great basketball heading into the postseason.
No question about it. But you know what? With this game, you could play it in the middle of the summer, and it would be a huge rivalry, and it would be a big crowd. It's just got such a great feel to it. There's such wonderful tradition. It's going to be a great evening.
Let's look at the starting lineups for these teams. Wayzata comes in 20-3 on the season, 9-2 in the Lake Conference. Their guards, Isaac Olmstead, Christian Wiggins, Nolan Anderson, and Sam Mose, and Tommy Shunmungavelu in the front court. And for Hopkins, 16-6 overall, 8-3 in the Lake. Guards Trey and Jaden Moore, Xavier Frelix, and up front Ahmad Nur and Anthony Bird. Nur has really had a nice season for them, second leading scorer behind Jaden Moore, and averages almost in double figures for rebounds as well, just under 10 a game as well as 15 points.
My unsung hero in this game tonight is going to be number 40, Tommy S. I'm not going to bother with the last name, but because I love the way he passes out of the post. He's got a great basketball IQ. I just think he's going to be a real key factor tonight.
We are set to go. Wayzata and Lloyd Anderson tips it back, and Olmstead and the Trojans with the first possession of the game. Sam Mose out on the left wing and passed out of bounds, trying to get it to Wiggins. Early turnover on Wayzata.
And speaking to Kenny before the game, his goal was to make sure Wayzata starts their offense further out, and they did it for the first possession.
Jaden Moore bring it up against Mose and into the front court. To the corner, 3 ball from there comes out and rebounded by Wayzata. Anderson off to Olmsted into the front court.
Both of these point guards for Hopkins and Wayzata are really great players. Olmsted can shoot the heck out of the ball.
Anderson, little runner, gets the first points of the game. Hopkins quickly back on offense. Drive. Kick to the corner by Trey Moore, and they'll reset out on the wing with Muir.
Little ghost screen there, slipped it real nice.
Trey Moore, and his pass goes behind Felix and out of bounds. Turnover, Hopkins.
Little pregame jitters, I think. They just want to feel each other out and get a feel for how they're going to defend the ball tonight.
Olmsted, Shungmungadelu goes to his right, handoff dribble there for Wiggins. And then off to Olmsted. Deep 3 for him is good.
That kid can shoot it. This is going to be a battle of the point guards tonight. I just love the way both of them play.
Olmsted headed next year to Minnesota Duluth. Pull up 3 for Jaden Moore, not good. Defensive board by Shungmungadelu. Wiggins front court for the Trojans. Side of the lane. Back out, Olmsted. This one short and rebounded by Felix. 3 from offside. It's up and in. That's the first points of the night. Trey Moore getting Hopkins on the board.
It was interesting. Last time down, Wayzata was trying to post up Trey a little bit. I'm surprised that Wiggins didn't shoot it. Oh.
Olmsted off to Wiggins. Wiggins, fade away side of the lane, spins out, chipped. Shungmungadelu got it up and in, and he's fouled.
There's my guy, Tommy. He just does a lot of good things. And Wayzata went back to like trying to post up Trey with Wiggins. The only thing is he faded away on it.
Shungmungadelu gets the free throw, and it's an 8-3 lead. The foul is on Felix, the first foul whistled in this game. Jaden Moore off to Nur. Too strong, rebounded by Wiggins.
That was deep.
Wiggins, pass off, and then a quick pass to Shungmungadelu, kicks it back out. Olmsted 3 is good. What a quick ball movement and a timeout early here for Hopkins.
That was amazing ball movement. Once again, I got to say this, Tommy's posting up really hard, making the easy pass, setting good screens, kicking it out. Nice inside-out game.
This Wayzata team, and Olmsted in particular, they get on a roll, and they're tough to beat. I saw them in the game against Totino Grace right before Christmas, and he couldn't miss.
And I think that's why Kenny probably called a timeout, because he didn't want them to get off on that run. And settle them down a little bit. You know, early nerves. I look for Hopkins to make a little bit of a run themselves right now. I mean, they've come down and taken a couple of real tough shots. Amir was pretty far. He was deep on that 1-3 out there.
Great school spirit here at Hopkins, trying to get their Royals fired up here. Ryan Schneller now in his 12th season as head coach. We mentioned the success his program has had. Trying to go for another title. He's got 3 in the last 5 years with this Wayzata team. Trying to make it 4 in 6 years. It's not easy to do at class 4, well, any class, but in class 4A.
Where does time go? It just seems like he just got hired.
I would have, if you had asked me before I looked it up, I would have said, I don't know, about 8 years now. And then look it up and double check. No, 12.
Exactly.
All right, Hopkins out of that timeout, trying to get something going on offense. Jaden Moore from the corner connects.
If he can hit that shot, you know what? Hopkins is going to be really tough to beat.
Averages nearly 19 points a game. Headed to North Dakota next year, 11-6.
Tremendous leader out there. I call him the coach on the floor for the Royals.
Wiggins trying to get through some traffic. Tough shot. Boy, that's a good shot, though, if he can make it, right?
If he can make that.
Christians Wiggins headed to Iowa State next season. 7-point game for Wayzata. Tough shot there for Freliks, wouldn't go. Ball comes back out to him, though. Hopkins will reset. Corner three. Jaden Moore hits again. Opposite corner. Same result.
Well, it's like I said, this game's going to be a game of runs. Both teams are going to come at you full bore. You got to be able to make stops just about every time down. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of runs.
Shunmungabelu picks up his dribble, then gives the pass off to Anderson, who missed underneath. Tipped out of bounds, last touch by Wayzata.
Great pass by Tommy, though. Post up and drop it down for that.
Xavier Ivey, number 13, 6-foot junior in for Wayzata, replacing Sam Mose. Freliks drives to the basket, off the glass and in. First points for the senior.
Wayzata wasn't sure what they wanted to do on that screen. Kind of poor communication on it.
Hopkins back to within 2. Olmsted won't go. Ball tipped and controlled by Hopkins. A rebound by Bird. Then a turnover, and Wiggins has it on the steal. Whoa. A little contact there, a lot of contact. And we're going to get a foul whistled here on Trey Moore. There was a lot going on there. They let it go for a while, and then they finally get the call. You can see Wiggins leading with that forearm, and then Trey Moore comes over the top of him, and that's what drew the foul.
Yeah, they could have called that earlier, no doubt about it.
His first, team's second.
We've got a great officiating crew here. I loved how they let him play through that a little bit.
Kyrie Nelson, 6'5" senior in, and he replaces Anthony Bird for Hopkins.
He's a great defender, wonderful rebounder as well. It's a nice addition for Hopkins.
Wiggins. Trey Moore stays in front of him. Anderson, 3, won't go. And rebound to Freliks. Trey Moore into the paint, kicks it to the corner. Looks like Nelson thought about the 3, then gives it back out to Jaden Moore. Three-point shot right in front of the Wayzata bench, comes up short and rebounded by Wiggins. Wiggins attacking, lost his dribble and trying to throw a pass off to the wing to Benega and out of bounds.
Just slipped. It was a really nice move. If he would have been able to keep his feet, I think he would have got a nice shot out of that.
You look at James Ware now, an assistant here at Hopkins. Of course, a Hopkins Hall of Famer himself back in the day. Oh, the nice inside feed in the basket for Freliks and one. What a terrific assist, setting up Freliks for an opportunity for a three-point play. What a great pass by Jaden Moore. You can see why he's the all-time leader in assists here, right?
That's just one of the things that he's very unselfish, and he's, like I said, he's a coach on the floor. He's always talking to the coaches. He's going to execute what the coaches need him to do. Great play by him.
11-2 scoring run for Hopkins has put them in the lead. We've seen a lot, Cods. It's only 6 minutes into the first half.
It's just going to be a fun game.
Turnover? No, knocked out of bounds by Hopkins.
Yep.
Not a turnover. Still with Trojans as Anderson will inbound right in front of the Hopkins student section.
I'm anticipating some sort of lob maybe for an inbounds play here. Oh, they're going to stop Ivy and Jaden from slapping hands underneath there.
Inbound. Coming to Max Benega. Now out high is Olmsted. Ivy. Guarded by Trey Moore. Spins around, gives it up to Wiggins. Turns and fires a three and scores.
Oh, what a shot. He made that look so easy.
Trojans by 2.
There are some really good basketball players out here tonight.
Nelson trying to go to the basket, gets fouled by Olmsted. Will get free throws. That last basket, Brian.
Look at that, catch and shoot. And he's rising about 14, 15 inches on that jump shot. I mean, he gets up on that.
They throw around and in.
Brady Lamb checking in for the Trojans.
Nelson 1 out of 2. Wiggins rebounds. Trojans with the basketball by 1. Ivy all the way to the basket, scores.
Nice transition basket right off the free throw. That's the way you got to push the ball up the floor. No question about it. Don't let him get set up defensively.
Jaden Moore will step back 3. This one misses. Offensive rebound though. Turning is Noor, short on the shot and out of bounds. Noor yet to score tonight. He hasn't touched the ball a lot so far.
I want to go back to that timeout that coach called earlier on. It was just a great timeout because Wayzata went on that run.
Wiggins has it stripped away. Jaden Moore with the steal. Moore throws it back out to Trey Moore. Now Trey Moore trying to get a bounce pass and an interceptor, trying to get it to Noor, but Benega stepped in the way. Got the steal and also gets Noor to pick up the foul. Olmsted and Wiggins will get a rest. But still a 3-point game. 3-point lead for the Trojans. Olmsted. Benega for 3.
Has there been a Benega there since 1950? For
30 years. That's the latest. Shot and a foul on the floor. On the drive to the basket. And Nelson was the offensive player, but no free throws this time. We'll get it on Benega. That's his second now.
Smith checking in for the Royals now.
Josiah Smith, first appearance tonight, 6'6" senior. Noor out. Drive, Frelick's able to finish. 7 points for Xavier already.
He is really a good scorer. He can fill it up quickly.
Olmsted off to Ivy.
Look at that ball pressure.
Jaden Moore was right on him. Ivy unable to penetrate. Didn't turn it over though, to his credit. Able to get it up. Most time he did. Moore to Moore. Jaden to Trey for the basket. Ivy a little out of control. Gets the pass underneath to Lamb, who is fouled.
They are wasting no time getting that ball up the floor after a made basket.
Look at that pass, Jaden to Trey.
Jaden's always digging, always looking to give early help, making an easy pass.
Jaden Moore picked up the foul on that last play, his first, team's 4th. Chung Mungavelu back in, gives it up to Olmsted. His 3 not good, out of bounds. Off of Mose. Hopkins basketball.
Olmsted gets that off so quickly. Wayzata picking up a little full here.
Nelson on the inbound, and it'll be Jaden Moore to bring it up.
Sam Mose just wants to keep him in front of him.
The switch is Benedict came over on him. Freliks for three. It's again his first three tonight. Got 4 baskets in all.
He's like Vinnie Johnson, the microwave. Heats up quickly.
Sean Mungavelo. Wayzata now trailing by 1. Handoff. Wiggins for 3 is good. 8 points now for the senior. Wayzata by 2. Jaden Moore in some trouble. Great feed off. And a reverse layup for Josiah Smith. Another assist for Jaden Moore. And they've all been beautiful. Tied at 24.
Love the way he passes the ball. Very unselfish.
Wiggins. Shungwang Abelu open on the block. Turns. Wiggins ends up with the loose ball. Dribbles it out to the corner. Handoff back to Wiggins. Shot clock down to 7. Wiggins will put up a shot from there. Not good. And rebounded by Trey Moore. Trey Moore. Oh, the little Euro stepping floater for 2.
Great play. Great play.
26-24. Back and forth game here early. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Benega driving from the wing. Olmsted, the shot fake, then open 3, but can't get it to go. Rebound by Freliks.
Nice box out by the Royals.
Bounce pass trying to go back inside to Freliks on the pass by Smith, but knocked away. Right idea, but Wayzata able to defend that and knock it out of bounds.
Real give and go on that. Against a lesser team you might get it, but not against this Wayzata team.
Trey Moore out for a rest now.
Hey, Xavier, go get it!
Royals with the basketball up by 2. Jaden Moore. Pass. Foul, and the free throw is coming here for Anthony Bird.
That's the thing with both these teams right now. They're playing so unselfish together.
Wayzata foul on Mose. His first. Team fouls even at 4 apiece around the rim, but didn't fall for Bird. Way short in the second one. Didn't even hit the rim. I'm sure he'll hear about that the rest of the half if he goes back to the line again.
He kind of deserves it. Got to hit the rim.
Mose, Olmsted will bring it up into the front court here for Wayzata. Sean Mungavelu, looking for someone to give it to. Finds Mose. 3 for him, not good. Tip up by Anderson, won't go. And rebounded by Bird. Jaden Moore whips a pass ahead to the front court. Corner 3 is good.
The microwave.
Freliks another 3-pointer.
Another assist, another 3-pointer.
Look at it again, another terrific pass. Freliks, no doubt he was going to shoot.
The key had hit him right in the shot pocket, though, so as soon as he caught it, he could be going up with it.
12 points now for Freliks. But he's going to come out because that was his second foul he just picked up. I want to pick up 3 before halftime. We'll see if he goes to the bench for the rest of the half, but he'll be without his offense here for a bit at least. Olmsted, that's a tough shot, won't go. Back comes Hopkins. Trey Moore back for Jaden.
Jaden settling him down. There you go. Coaching the floor. Way to go. Nice double.
Baseline drive. Handoff, trade to Jaden Moore. Way off on that three. Offensive rebound, and then up and over the backboard on the putback try by Smith.
I love what Wayzata did there defensively, trying to get the ball out of Jaden's hand. They went and doubled out there, and he got rid of it right away. I mean, that was a smart play on Wayzata's part.
Just a little high on the putback try by Smith. Wayzata's biggest deficit here, 5 points. It's over 6 minutes to play in the first half. They led by as many as 8, up at 11-3. Sean Mangavelo back to Ivy, waits for the defender to blow by and then puts it in.
Once again, just a great pass, good floor recognition, good cut. Excellent. Oh, that was close. Over and back.
Drive, and a short jumper is off the mark, too strong for on the shot put up by Nelson. And a backcourt foul on Hopkins. On Nelson, I think. No, they're going to get Bird.
Wayzata's come back in with Benga.
Now 16 fouls on Hopkins. No bonus after this for Wayzata the rest of the half. 5:44 to go. Olmsted out. Wiggins to Anderson. To the basket. Tried to go back out with the pass. They had nowhere to go. Tremore finishes the other way. Got the steal and the layup. Lead back to 5 for the Royals. Ivy to Sean Mangavelo. Anderson. 3 is good.
Nice screen by Tommy. Nice handoff.
Anderson averaging almost 24 games. It's his second basket tonight. Noor trying to get on the board offensively. His shot hits the rim. Sean Mangavelo gets it out to Wiggins. Wiggins bounce pass. Benega is there and finishes.
Great pass.
And we're tied at 31. Quick 5 for Wayzata.
Both teams have so many options on how they can score.
Wing 3 missed everything. Olmsted rebounds, or excuse me, Benega rebounds. Anderson, quick 3. Thank goodness he got let off in a hurry and buries another one.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Kenny wants Kyrie Nelson taking a lot of those shots.
34-31, 8-0 run in the last minute for Wayzata. Tremore handoff. Bird cut off, come back out with it. Tremore shot and one.
And one.
– 11 points now for Tremore, the chance to make it 12.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Ivy with the foul, his first 15th foul on Wayzata. Tremore already his third year on varsity. He's a sophomore. 12 points, 34 all. Under 4 minutes to play first half. Not quite a sellout, but pretty close tonight here at the Royals Athletic Center. Ivy to Wiggins back. Ivy, 3, not good. Tipped by Benega.
Whoa. Nice crossover.
Corner 3, not good. Frelix, who's back in the game, with a rare miss here in the first half. Wayzata rebounds. Anderson lost the ball. Olmsted gets it, goes to the basket and scores.
Boy, that was an interesting play.
Anderson knew he couldn't touch it next because that would have been a turnover, and the block shot at the other end. Wayzata, no, can't quite get possession, and it's Jaden Moore. And a whistle.
What do we got?
They're whistling in a substitute, Sam Mose, but I don't know what that was. The ball out of bounds there?
Did somebody hurt? Because 4 came out of the game. Bennigan came out of the game. I don't understand the whistle.
It's like House League. We're getting everybody in when they come to the scoring table, Brian. I know I don't understand it either. Hopkins with the basketball down 2. We'll get some moisture on the floor in front of the Wayzata bench. All the momentum from this game has been killed in the last 45 seconds.
It's interesting, though, that there's moisture over there, but all the play took place over here.
Yeah.
I mean, the ref must have slipped or something.
Jay Moore's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready.
Well, it will be interesting to see if Freliks can heat back up here. He's got a little rest on him now and get the legs underneath him.
All right, here we go. Under 3 minutes to go. Royals down by 2 with the basketball. Neuer turns, and there's his first points of the night.
That was drawn rain, the arc on that thing.
Second leading scorer, as we talked about, behind Jaden Moore's first 2 this evening. Tie at 36.
Posted up strong, had a nice, wow.
Olmstead looked at Jaden Moore's arm on around his waist, nothing called.
Oh, I thought he traveled there too.
Mose, back out, Ivy. Anderson, back to Ivy. Oh, behind the back dribble, gets to the basket and scores.
Holy cow. The refs are letting them play.
Wayzata back up by 2. Neuer trying to back down Wiggins. Throws it to Jaden Moore on the left side. Anderson pops out on him. Oh, what a pass and a dunk by Bird. Another terrific assist for Jaden Moore and Anthony Bird with the flush.
His first half has been a clinic on how to pass the ball by Jaden. Wayzata did a great job of defending that too.
Whistle and a foul on the floor. That'll be the 17th foul on Hopkins. They'll send Hopkins to the line for a 1-and-1.
And Jaden's second. Minute 34, I don't know if Kenny's going to want to get him out with 2.
Olmstead to the line for a 1-on-1. Good free throw shooter, makes his first one here.
Wow, what a great pass.
84% free throw shooter. The senior makes both. Wayzata back in front by 2 with 90 seconds to play in the first half. 3 from Freliks. Too long, ball tipped and controlled by Ivy. Ivy dumps the pass off. Shangmangabelu back to Ivy. His 3, not good. Oh, coming around was Wiggins and plays it off the defender to keep Wayzata's possession.
Just a real athletic move and going for the offensive boards.
Went around Freliks without fouling him and able to get possession. Keep possession for Wayzata.
Yeah, Wayzata did a great job of throwing it in, kicking it back out. That was just they got a good look at it.
Bennigan with the ball, 1:05 to go in the half. Shangmangabelu hands off. Anderson put up a 3 and scores another one. He's made his last 3 3-pointers.
Boy, he's just a effortless shooter too. Little post up here by Mir.
Noor, and he hits for 3. Royals back to within 2. Menenga lets fly and hits on a 3.
Oh, wow. What a great shot. This is just an excellent high school basketball game. Let's see if they hold for 1.
Shot clock is off. Jaden Moore holding here.
Let him go one-on-one with Wiggins here.
Baseline drive, tough shot off the glass, up and in. Great basket by Kyrie Nelson off the assist from Moore. That one almost went at the buzzer and comes up just off. And we go to halftime. Wayzata in the lead. Terrific first half basketball. Brian, 46-43 Wayzata.
Couldn't ask for a better half. What a great game, great environment. Exciting. I look forward to the second half.
Time for a break on CCX. We'll come back. First half highlights and more. Lake Conference boys basketball tonight on CCX.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com because connected, we all do better. Federally insured with the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Thank you to our supporting sponsor, Scott's Lawn Care, serving homes and businesses of their neighbors in the Twin Cities West Metro area. Scott's Lawn Care team offers services ranging from weekly maintenance to complete redesign. Also, Scott's Lawn Care offers snow plowing services for the smallest residential lots to large commercial projects as well. Thank you, Scott's Lawn Care, for being a supporting sponsor of CCX Media. Wayzata 46, Hopkins 43. Halftime boys basketball tonight on CCX. It's a good highlights from the first 18 minutes of play here tonight at the Royals Athletic Center. There was a lot to see on both ends of the floor. Isaac Olmstead lighting it up early, hitting for 3 points. Olmstead with 2 early threes, 10 points for him in the game. Trey Moore, a deep 3 here for Hopkins. He's had a good first half scoring the ball. And then it's Olmstead. Again, takes the pass, dialed in on another 3-pointer. Hopkins, Jaden Moore, some great passes, including this one. Xavier Frelix with the finish and 1. Christian Wiggins can shoot the 3, knocks down 1 there for Wayzata. And then Olmstead with an assist here and a Max Benninga 3. 8 points for the junior off the bench. Hopkins gets on a scoring run. Jaden Moore ahead to Trey Moore for the basket. And then Jaden off to Josiah Smith. Great finish by Smith for that one. And this one, Trey Moore, a little leaner in the lane, puts up 2. Jaden Moore. Another finish by Frelix. He was hot early. Went out later with foul trouble. Didn't score when he returned. Changmang Belu off to Zabi Ivy for the lay-in for Wayzata. And then Wiggins looking up court. Finds Benninga to finish. And then Benninga looking up court. To Nolan Anderson, who pops the 3. And then Hopkins late. Great pass. Jaden Moore and the dunk by Anthony Bird. Top scorers in the game, Nolan Anderson 11, Olmsted 10, Wiggins and Benega 8 each for the Trojans. Frelix leading Hopkins with 13, Trey Moore 12, Jaden Moore with 6.
A lot of good plays were taking place that half. This is going to be an exciting finish, exciting game. I'll tell you what, they see the floor so well, and both teams are moving the ball really well. A lot of unselfish plays taking place.
So nearly a tie game here at halftime. What do you want to see from each team? Or the coaches, what do you think they want to see from their kids the rest of the way out here?
I think they want to make sure that, for example, Wayzata at the end there had some late help defensively. They gave up an easy basket. I think they need to communicate a little bit better on those screens. I think both teams need to come down and make sure they get a good shot every time down, as well as limit each other to one shot. You know, the key for Kenny before the game was to make sure that Wayzata is starting their offense further out. And I think for the most part they did a decent job of that. Early on, both teams were nervous. They had some early turnovers. I look for this to really come down to a possession game. And it could be who's making free throws and who's not. As well as, who stays out of foul trouble.
Now, nobody with 3 fouls in that first half. Jaden Moore, Xavier Frelix, 2 each. Max Benega had 2 for Wayzata. And here we go, the second half. Bird will hand off to Frelix. Trey Moore, Nerf for the tie. Short, ball tipped, offensive rebound, put back, and a foul. Jaden Moore will try to finish with a 3-point play.
It's like we talked about at the start of the second half. You got to limit him to one shot. That was a very difficult shot by Noor, and you know what? Hopkins got the rebound. Good things happen when you get second chance points.
Sean Mungavelu with the foul. His first free throw missed, rebounded by Mose. Olmsted handing it off to Anderson. Sean Mungavelu back for Anderson up, and he's fouled by Noor.
Tommy with the great pass, though. He's just so good at seeing the floor, and after they throw it to him, they cut hard.
Anderson, first free throw try tonight is up and in.
Both times down, we've had a foul called on each. It could come down to who stays in the game.
Wayzata 5 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. Back up by 3. Noor with the handoff. Trey Moore almost lost it. Jaden Moore open for a 3. Shot missed, tipped out of bounds. Looks like it was off Hopkins. It is. Wayzata basketball.
Nice quick pass. The only thing about it was a little low, and he had to really regroup himself to get it off. And that can lead to a miss.
Olmsted to Wiggins.
Let's see what happens here.
Mose looked inside. Now Wiggins has it off the dribble. Back and hits.
Kind of a step back off balance.
No problem though.
Just hitting it, squeaking it over the rim.
Trey Moore drives and scores.
I don't know how you stop that without fouling.
14 points now for Trey. Wiggins trying to finish at the rim and can't. Ball tipped out to the corner. Sean Mungavelu got it to Mose, and then he's fouled by Bird.
Bird hustled over, but he's got to close out better than that.
Okay, again, Wiggins unable to finish on the dunk.
Once again, though, great pass by Tommy.
Wiggins, hands off. Here comes Olmsted around. Anderson gets by Noor, spins and scores on the scoop shot.
Wow. That is a big-time play. Absolutely. In balance, gets him off the floor, then goes up.
Three-point try for Frelick. He was hot in the first half. That's 16 points now in the game.
He's heating up. He's heating up.
52-50. Wayzata by 2. Olmsted for 3. That one won't go. Tipped in the air by Bird, out of bounds. I think it was off Trey Moore. It is. Wayzata basketball. Wiggins on the inbound.
Oh, that was a
for
push.
Anderson. It looks like he pushed off. Yeah.
Yeah, he pushed off.
First foul on Nolan Anderson.
That was a good call.
Get it again. Jaden Moore through traffic, trying to get the pass across. Wiggins breaking it up. Trying to get it to Frelick in the corner again.
Yeah,
Trey Moore going for the tie, up and in off the glass.
Yeah, Wayzata's not doing a very good job of defending that screen and roll on that. They've got to jump that or switch it, but they just can't give up a straight line drive like that.
52 all. Olmsted to Anderson. Anderson, deep 3. This one comes off. Mose gets the rebound, tried to throw it off the defender, couldn't do so. Here's Jaden Moore up. Wild shot won't go. Anderson rebounds. Boy, there's a lot of contact there. Anderson goes down, and they just call out of bounds on Anderson. Looked like he took a lot of contact from Kyrie Nelson. Coach Schnettler not a big fan of that call. Nolan Anderson isn't either.
I gotta be honest with you.
Let's see it again. Here's the play at the one end. And there we go. And there's a little push in the back, right?
2 hands right to the back.
Noor, shot up and in.
You know, the key to this is if they're going to let them play like that, they got to be consistent on both ends.
Hopkins back in front. Xavier Ivey. Entry pass to Anderson on the block. Bird, the bigger defender on him. Back out to Olmsted, now to Wiggins. Wiggins. And he's bigger than Trey Moore and able to back him down and get up to the basket and score.
There's not much you can do to stop that. Just hope that he misses. I mean, he's got the height advantage.
Noor for 3, short, rebounded by Olmsted. Lobs it ahead for Anderson, gathers it, turns, short. Ivy the offensive rebound, back to Anderson. Almost a 3 and 1 there. Gets fouled, the shot from the corner.
Is he shooting 3? Yeah, he's shooting 3.
Definitely a 3-pointer.
Well, almost a 4. That thing rimmed out.
Foul on Noor is his 3rd. A chance for Wayzata to go back in front here. You know, it could come down to free throws too, Cods.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, last year's section finals, it came down to free throws.
Noor with the 3rd foul comes out now. Wayzata 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Hopkins 3 of 7. Anderson will get a rest.
In a possession game like that, that will end up being huge.
Frelick picks up his dribble, back out. Jaden Moore. Moore, shot up in the paint, not good. Ball tipped out. Olmsted has it. Looks ahead, fires to the wing. Ivy off to Wiggins. And he'll back it out to Olmsted. Now he'll drive to the basket and it's fouled.
Boy,
Quick step on the defender, and all of a sudden he's at the rim.
He's cat quick. Oh, totally got grabbed going to the rack.
Foul on Nelson's is his first.
You know, if you're going to foul him hard.
Huh?
They were totally both going for the ball.
First free throw miss for the Trojans.
Turns out to be a good foul.
Sean Mungavelu, Brady Lamb back into the lineup for Wayzata. Olmsted makes the second one. He's got 11 points. Trojans by 4. Their biggest lead, 8 points early in the game. Hopkins has been up 5 a couple of times. Nelson driving up and in.
That's what Nelson has to do. Take it to the rack. See if he can get to the foul line.
Olmsted, great dish. Oh, and then unable to finish was Lamb at the rim in traffic. Back comes Hopkins quickly. Three-pointer, Trey Moore. Too strong offensive rebound. Back to Trey. Cut off on the baseline, they'll reset.
Boy, that ball touched the ground once on the transition, and they got a great look out of it.
Nelson. Shot clock is down to 5. Nelson shot up, not good. Rebounded by Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins, a lot of contact there. No, Cole off to Lamb for the layup.
They're letting them play. They're letting them play.
Trey Moore back off. Frelix. Frelix gets bumped in the lane and foul on Wiggins. Wiggins was like, you're going to call that after all this one let go? But I think there was definitely some contact there.
The last couple of possessions, though, both teams are just kind of seem like they're dribbling around, going one-on-one. I like it when they get a ball screen and throw it to the paint, kick it out.
Foul on Wiggins is his second. We've got 12 minutes to go in the second half. Wayzata leading Hopkins by 4. Number 2 versus number 6 in the state in Class 4A.
He traveled.
Travel on Nelson.
Well, they got Wiggins bringing the ball up now with Olmsted out.
Wiggins bringing it up against Trey Moore. Lamb to Wiggins. Benega driving from the wing. Anderson. Lamb looking, handoff. Anderson 3, not good. Benega offensive rebound. Ivy fakes a 3, takes it through the basket, scores, and is fouled. Xavier Ivy's had some big baskets tonight and good minutes off the bench and able to finish there.
You know what, the key to that one was Benega's offensive board. He kept battling for that. And they got a second shot.
And Hopkins is going to take a timeout. Fouls on Frelix, his third. Xavier Ivy fired up. Wayzata up by 6.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Hopkins does coming out of this timeout. Last time they called a timeout, they had a nice run. They're on a little. The Trojans are on a little bit of a run right here. So, like we've been talking all half, that this could come down to free throws, but we'll see. I just think coming out of this timeout, you watch Kenny will design something to get him an easy basket or an and one.
For those of you watching on this Tuesday night, we apologize for earlier technical difficulties. We're glad you're joining us now live for, it's been a terrific boys basketball game tonight here at Hopkins. Wayzata leading Hopkins 62-56 in the second half. Sorry, Cos.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize about that. I just think that it'll be interesting to see how Wayzata comes out here defensively after the free throw, of course.
I'm Kenny Novak, 37th year as head coach. Coached at Blaine before coming back to his alma mater. Played in the state tournament in high school for his dad, Ken Sr. Class of 74, Kenny Jr. was.
I was at that game.
Yeah?
Yep, lost to Washburn in overtime.
Hopkins Lindbergh Flyers they were then.
I just got to say, too, that Hopkins has a really good scorekeeper running their scoreboard tonight.
Your daughter.
Yeah.
Brooke. Nice. Shout out to Brooke.
Had to get that in.
Free throw short by Ivy. And the rebound to Freelix. And here comes Hopkins, trailing by 6. Biggest deficit in quite a while for the Royals. Long three for Freelix. Oh. But he's feeling it tonight. He's got 19 points. His 4th made three-pointer.
Just a beautiful, another assist, too, by the way. I mean, penetrate and kick. Get it to the hot hand.
Lamb knocked away from him, and a turnover forced by Hopkins. Jaden Moore looking up court. Great on the dribble, takes it to the basket and scores.
Yeah, we talked about it during that timeout. You know, Hopkins was going to go on a run. Sure enough.
They're back to within 1. Ivy off to Benninga. Ivy with it again, draws a double team.
Nice
great
pass.
dish off. Lamb with the, not quite and one.
What a great
get
pass
it to go,
by Ivy,
but he'll shoot 2 free throws. Right, cut down the baseline. Lamb couldn't quite finish. Fouls on Josiah Smith. First time at the line tonight for Lamb.
Once again, unselfish ball by the Trojans and just moving the ball really well. Nice pass.
Second one off. 2-point game. Just over 10 minutes to play. Spin move, Jaden Moore. Pass to the wing. 3, too strong on the shot by Nelson. Out of bounds. Last touched by Freelix. Wayzata basketball. Wiggins is back in for Wayzata, replacing Lamb.
I love what both teams bench. They're giving him good minutes off the bench.
Ivy to Anderson, handing off for Wiggins. Back to Anderson, knocked away, Wiggins got it back. Baseline drive, Ivy up off the glass and scores.
What a play.
Baby Ivy with 10 points. 65-61, Jaden Moore losing the basketball. Diving forward as Mose is still on the floor. Looks like it will be a held ball.
Possession Trojans.
Yep. Ivy tying up with Smith. It'll be Wayzata basketball. With that last basket, able to finish past Trey Moore.
You know what I loved right here is that both teams were battling for this and they maintained composure, didn't get chippy. They recognize that this is an intense game, but yet they maintain composure. In the past, it's been some issues.
Wiggins, like Trey Moore is right on him. Lang lost his footing, lost the ball. Moore, he traveled. A little stutter step and traveled on his way to the hoop. Chungmung Avelu in, and Mose out for Wayzata.
That was
Hopkins, newer back in the game.
That was great defense by Trey on Wiggins. I mean, that's relentless pressure.
Nearing the midway point of the second half. Wayzata led by 3 at halftime, up by 4 with the basketball now. Wiggins, Shangmangabelu. Back to Wiggins. Shangmangabelu from Wiggins. Can't finish. Ball loose. Gets it back, though. They'll hand off to Wiggins. Wiggins on the wing. Hit a 3.
But second shots. The percentages go way up either as a foul or you're going to score if you give up second shots.
Wiggins 7 points in the second half, 15 now in the game. Drive
that's a charge.
And offensive foul whistled on Nelson. Good defensive position. And the charge.
Tommy just does so many things well, so many little things well.
Wayzata will take time out here. 8 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in the second half. John Jacobson with Brian Cosgriff. Wayzata looking for their 21st win of the season, a season sweep in the regular season anyway of Hopkins, and may already, well, right now they'd be the #1 seed. A win here tonight was going to, I think, lock up the 1 seed for Wayzata if they can win this one tonight. Buffalo, another very good team in that section. Look at that charge again. Shangmangabelu holding his position. And the foul on Nelson.
Do you recall what the biggest deficit was tonight? Is this about the biggest?
Hopkins was down 11-3 early. They took that timeout. They went on a scoring run of 11-2 themselves.
Right.
But this is the biggest one since then. They're down 7. If you look at the top 10 rankings in 4A, Tartan still unbeaten, 21-0. Then Wayzata. Maple Grove, in part because of their virtue, 2 wins over Wayzata at #3. And you saw Hopkins there at #6.
Maple Grove just has a really nice ball club, too.
They do. Shangmangabelu gets blocked. Oh, he gets fouled. I think Smith thought he got a clean block there. Instead commits the foul. And
Nice
Shangmangabelu to go to the line for 2.
Nice play out of the timeout. That could be a factor.
8 fouls to 3 team fouls. Kenny Novak, Kerry Sutherland, not fans of that call. First free throw up and good. Second one comes out, but Anderson gets the offensive rebound. Benega drives off the glass, up and in.
Second shots. Second shots.
Biggest lead of the night for Wayzata, 10 points with 8 minutes to go in the second half.
Hopkins needs a basket here.
Jaden Moore to Trey Moore, and then knocked out of bounds by Anderson.
The key is to either get a basket here or get to the foul line. The fouls being 8-3, that could be a factor coming down to the stretch.
Jaden Moore. It's the handoff from Noor. Corner 3 ball is up, and that one won't go out of bounds. And we're going to have a Hopkins foul, I believe, here. Well, if they missed 3 by Trey Moore, we're going to get a foul, I think, on Smith. Regardless, it'll be a 1-and-1 back the other way for Christian Wiggins.
And now they're in the double bonus after this.
Yeah. Now, foul was on Noor, and that's his 4th. And he's going to have to come out. He's been pretty quiet tonight. 15.9 rebound a game guy, but just 7 points so far for the junior. And now on the bench with the 4th foul. Wiggins earns the bonus.
They come in with Josiah Smith, and he's big, but he's more of a post-up player. Muir is more of an inside-out kind of player.
Wiggins, an 83% free throw shooter, makes his first 2 tries tonight. Now the lead is 12.
It's a big bucket here.
Jaden Moore driving, gets to the basket. Didn't get the N1, but he will go to the line and shoot 2. I think that's the guy you want to have the ball in his hands, right? Either find someone to pass to, or as he's shown often tonight and all season, he can get to the rack and create havoc, and he'll go and shoot 2 free throws.
Not a doubt. I think he's not the best, if not the best point guard in the state right now. There's an awful good one from Wayzata rolling Onstead.
Jaden going to North Dakota next year. And it's up and in.
A lot of clock, yes.
Big 2 free throws there for Moore. Hopkins has still work to do. Olmstead off for Anderson. Curls around, gets a shot blocked. Oh, and then we're going to get a foul call on Smith.
I think he's shooting 3.
Smith picking up his 3rd foul. Like I did not foul him. First free throw is up and around and in. Look at it again, Kaz.
Oh,
there's definitely contact on the follow through. Right? Second free throw missed by Anderson. His first miss tonight from the free throw line. But still 1 more to come.
The thing about it is everything's a 2-shot foul now from here on out.
Got 2 out of 3. 12-point game again. We wind down towards 7 minutes to play, and Olmstead reaching around picks up the foul. A lot of times, even if you don't commit the foul, the act of reaching around is going to get you a whistle more often than not.
Well, and the fact that it's 10-5 in fouls, and Kenny's been in his ear all night.
Too.
I mean, if you want to keep it real.
Frelix driving, tough shot. And he gets fouled. Olmstead picks up another one, and now Frelix to the line for 2.
I'm convinced that officials, they don't ever want to hear it's 10-3 in fouls and that sort of thing, but it does get in their ear about it.
20 points now for Xavier Frelix. Got them both. Hopkins, though, needs some stops at the other end.
They do.
They haven't been getting.
Well, the problem is that Wayzata's going to foul line now.
Benninga left open for a 3. 13 points for Max Benninga off the bench.
That kid is cold-blooded, man. He's just tough.
Jaden Moore drives and gets tied up. Jump ball, it'll stay with Hopkins as Wiggins came over and tied up Moore.
Benninga, I just love what Wayzata's bench is giving him tonight. Both teams, actually.
Inbound for Smith, handoff to Jaden Moore. Trying to shoot up over Anderson, who commits the foul. Foul that's the second on Anderson, but free throws coming for Jaden Moore.
Jaden's been a pretty good free throw shooter, of course.
He jinxed the young man.
My gosh.
He made 2 of his first 3. Now he's 2 for 4. Oh, and missed the second one. Defensive rebound controlled by Benninga. And now to Olmstead.
I'll just keep quiet from now.
Wayzata with the basketball on their biggest lead of the night. 13 points, 6.5 minutes to play. Bounce pass to Wiggins. Stripped away by Trey Moore. Steal, take it all the way. Wiggins comes over for the block. Out of bounds off Hopkins.
A couple of great defensive plays on both ends. I mean, Trey makes one, and then Wiggins comes down and makes a nice block.
There's a steal. Wiggins comes back, times it. Got a piece of it and forces the turnover. Anderson to the basket, reverse layup is in.
Well, he's just going to keep going at Nur because Nur's got 4 fouls.
22 points now for Anderson. Jaden Moore, 3. Missed. Ivy rebounds. Head to Wiggins. Bennett got open. He'll put up a 3 from the wing. Short, ball tipped out, and Jaden Moore has it for Hopkins. Whips it ahead, and Noor with the dunk. Hopkins, full timeout. Yep. 5:29 to go.
Let's see what Kenny does coming out here defensively out of this timeout. I wouldn't be surprised with some sort of full court pressure.
Well, 80-67. Wayzata 20-3 on the season. Two games left for them. Friday night, their last home game of the year against Minnetonka, and then at St. Michael Albertville next Friday the 27th. For Hopkins, following tonight at Edina. This is their last home game tonight. At Edina Friday, and then next week, Tuesday, Thursday, at De La Salle and at Buffalo. A couple of tough contests there for the Royals.
Good test just going into the sections, and their section is going to be a bear. So those are great tests for them. And playing down at De La Salle is no joke. That gym is very difficult to play in. The acoustics are brutal.
You know, we talk about Wayzata and Hopkins so much in section 6-4A, as we should. I mean, it's been those two, right, and nobody else for the last few years. Buffalo's having a terrific season, could very well earn the 2 seed in the section.
No question about it. I mean, it's a huge trap game if you want to think about it.
Yeah, I think that game will have a lot to do with the outcome of the seedings, too. Buffalo beat Hopkins when they met earlier this season. The second one will be at Buffalo next Friday. Homestead off for Anderson. Bennett got Ivy, baseline drive, and scores. 12 points for Ivy. Bennett got 13 off the bench, 25 between those two bench guys.
Kyrie Nelson's just got to close out better than that. Ivy's been all about the drive.
Noor missed, but they got the ball back. Now Noor will hand off to Jaden Moore. Under 5 to go. That one up and in for 2 for Frelix.
I'm impressed with that young man. He can really score.
He's been their top scorer tonight. 23 points, but they trail by 13. Homestead off the dribble, off the glass, and good. Duluth is getting a good player next year.
They are. He reminds me of Flip Saunders, just the way he plays, that toughness, good basketball IQ.
Spin by Trey Moore to the basket and scores.
It's been a treat watching these 2 point guards tonight. Both of them are just cream of the crop players.
Trey Moore now with 18 points. Wayzata, no reason to hurry in any of these possessions, right? They don't have to drain the clock, but no need to shoot early in the shot clock either.
Time and possession. You're in the double bonus. Take good shots every time down.
Olmsted going to the basket again. Missed on the floater. Had to Jaden Moore. Pull up 3. Short. Rebound by Ivy.
On the rack.
Sees some room there. Can't get the shot to go. Out of bounds. Last touch by Hopkins.
Yeah, I think Wayzata is going to want to take some time here. I think every time they come down, they want to get a good shot, maybe possibly get to the foul line, but burn some clock. You don't need to be shooting a shot with, 25 seconds left on the shot clock.
Olmsted. Benedict curls around for three. Short, rebounded by Jaden Moore. Got Noor ahead of him, and Anderson fouls him.
Is he hurt?
They put Noor to the line for two. More moisture on the baseline there that they'll clean up. Good basketball tonight here, Cos. Boy, we saw a lot of great plays in the first half, and it's continued here in the second half. Although Wayzata has started to pull away a little bit.
Well, I think, the fact that this young man, Nur, if he can get his typical game, it might be a little different. With him being in foul trouble, that's...
1 out of 2 on the free throws, out of bounds. Off of Smith, who thought it was off of Wiggins. Now they're going to confirm, maybe it'll be off Wiggins. Yep. I like when the officials confer, right? And I think that's the right call. If you look at it again, that Wiggins was the last to touch it.
Yeah, that's a great call. And I like how they got it right.
Hopkins not done yet, but they got some work to do, definitely, with 3:15 to go, down by a dozen. Noor for three, missed. Offensive rebound. Trey Moore throwing it back into traffic. And Felix can't get the and one, but he will shoot free throws.
Second shots are just huge, and both coaches talked about it before the game. You got to keep them off the boards.
Chung Mungabelu now with 3 fouls. This is a shooting foul, but both teams the rest of the way in the double bonus. Felix with a miss, which at this point of the game crucial for Hopkins. Ivy back in for Wayzata. Second one good. 11-point game, 3:07 to go.
A little full court pressure here.
Ivy bringing it up against Felix. Ivy goes back out with the pass to Olmsted. Back to Ivy. Great handoff to Anderson, who gets blocked by Noor. Chung Mungabelu comes up with a loose ball, and then he was fouled by Trey Moore.
There's just nothing going to be easy tonight.
Look at the block. It was actually Smith that came over. Smith and Noor were both there. Smith getting the block. Loose ball, and Chung Mungabelu at the line for 2 makes the first. Second one not good. Offensive rebound though. Anderson able to pull it away from Felix. Wiggins in the paint, back out. Ivy 3, short. Anderson almost chased down another one, but Smith got to it first. Jaden Moore ahead to Noor, up and off. Out of bounds off Wayzata.
See, I just don't think there was a reason to be shooting the ball that quickly when you get a second shot and you're up 12 with 2 minutes left and you're in the double bonus. If you're going to shoot the ball, get to the rack.
Out of bounds, inbound play here with 2:24 to go. Hopkins needing points in a hurry. Felix puts in 2. Ten-point game, 2:10 to go. Chung Mungabelu handed off to Wiggins. He'll go baseline to the basket, score and 1. You don't need to shoot early in the shot clock unless you got talent like that and think you can get to the rim, and Wiggins did.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you're going to shoot the ball, get to the rim, put the officials in a position where they got to make a call, and get to the foul line.
Fouls on Smith, his 4th.
There's really no reason to be shooting a 3 with 25, 26 seconds left on the shot.
Spin move, Jaden Moore up and in for 2.
That's just a huge play.
Whistle timeout here, Wayzata. So a minute 47 to go.
With a fuller
Coach
of 30.
Schnittler, the team with an 11-point lead. How about this Wayzata program, though? They're going to lose a lot this year, but they've had so much talent come through there the last several years, and be a different team next year. I wouldn't count them out of anything in 2027, right?
When you're at a school the size of Wayzata or Minneapolis,
that helps, right?
You just kind of reload.
Yeah.
And, the expectation isn't to win a state championship every year, but you should be good every year. At least that's the way we kind of looked at it at Minnetonka.
Well, and you've coached championship teams, and you come into the next season, no matter who's been lost from last year graduation. Okay, we're still going to be one of the best teams in the state. Now let's go out and do it.
Yeah, winning championships is hard.
Yeah. Wiggins fouled in the backcourt by Newer.
You got to stay healthy. You got to have some luck. Play together. Those kinds of things.
And Newer fouls out with that. His 5th foul, 10 points. Anthony Bird back in for him. Wiggins will shoot 2.
There's a lot of players sitting on both these benches that if they're in other schools, they'd be amazing varsity players.
21st point tonight for Christian Wiggins. He averages 20.7. Dylan Anderson 23.8. Both those guys right about at their season average tonight.
I got to believe they're both Mr. Basketball finalists.
You couldn't argue with it, right?
No.
Drive high off the glass. Jaden Moore with a late basket. 16 points for the senior. And it comes to Ivy on the front court. 1:25 to go, and Trey Moore almost had a steal. Wiggins now is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 more. And now time just running out on Hopkins.
There was a few things going on there that probably could have been called.
Trey Moore's 3rd. Christian Wiggins, 6 of 6 from the free throw line here in the second half. And there's his 24th point. Felix for 3, too strong, rebounded by Ivy. That's going to do it. Olmstead into the front court to Ivy. Under a minute to go. Back to Olmstead. Now hands on Olmstead, and that's enough to draw a foul. That'll be the 5th on Josiah Smith, and Olmstead will shoot 2.
I think that's going to be the nail in the coffin right there. This one's all but pretty much over. Both teams played very hard. Both teams understand the importance of taking good shots. Really impressed with the guard play. Really impressed with how the big people can put the ball on the floor. Both of these teams, if they happen to make it to state, have got a good shot at winning it.
Olmsted now, 14 points. Make it 15. Wayzata had 94 with 50 seconds to go. Ball lost, turned over, knocked out of bounds. Oh, and last touch. No. Okay, I thought they were going to say it was off Wayzata, but it's indeed off Hopkins. Drew Baker, number 11, in the lineup now for Wayzata. I don't think we'll have any more fouls here. Olmsted off to Ivy.
Hopkins going to put in Troy Hudson Jr., 8th grader.
Baker taking the pass from Harrison Watt, number 5, who also came in at that last whistle for the Trojans. They might just let the shot clock expire here. And they do. Hudson was going to come in. It looks like now he's not. And that is going to do it. And Wayzata, very impressive cause. They pull away. They withstand the pressures of a road game and win here 94-79.
What a great environment, though. Really fun basketball to watch. I just think both of these teams are going to be battling for a third time. I really do believe that. You can't look past a tough, Buffalo team by any stretch, but
Christian Wiggins with 24 points, Nolan Anderson 22. But we both talked about the bench points they got tonight. Xavier Ivey, a dozen points. Mac Bella had 13.
They gave him a lot, and not only the points, but just the toughness and the quality minutes where they didn't come out. And I always tell kids, if you're going to play, just go out there, have fun, but don't hurt the ball club. And they brought strength. They took a step up even when they came in. Just a really impressive team.
For Hopkins, Xavier Felix, 26 points to lead them in scoring. 18 for Trey Moore, 16 for Jaden Moore. With the loss, Hopkins falls to 16-7, 8-4 in the Lake. Wayzata now 21-3 overall, 10-2, and Lake Conference champions here in 2026. That will do it for our coverage tonight here from Hopkins High School and the Royals Athletic Center. For Brian Cosgrove and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Congratulations, number 2 Wayzata. Another victory, closing strong here in the regular season. 94-79, their win over Hopkins.